Thanks for having girl chat with me. Aren't they so pretty? Oh my god. And my favorite smell is is it cedar wood? Oh my god, that cedar wood be banging. Anyway, so isn't it cute? Matter of fact, I even put the cedar wood in my erotica that I wrote. Did y'all know I wrote an erotica? And if I tell you, and it's so weird, people are like, why did you write an erotica? One, it was a trauma healing thing, right? To write it. One of the reasons I wrote it, I'm actually working on, oh my God, I got it. I'm going to show it to you and then we're going to get to work. So I'm actually working on rewriting it, reformatting it, because I got to clean it up. There are a couple of typos I don't like in there. Oh my God, Cedar Wood, Epsom song, girl. Oh, you love dolphins. That's right. You're a water baby. No, those are the only two I saw. Um, so let me show you what it looks like now, and then I'm gonna show you what this one is. I'm gonna have to get up again because I just dropped my water. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. Oh, sorry, girl. Um, so it's a bench. It has high heels. It has a jacket, whatever. So it's called The Hunt, and I will tell you there are some true story instances to this, but um, one of the reasons I got it because I wasn't able to write when I got here. I was extremely depressed, extremely messed up, and I couldn't write. Um, and this is what it's gonna look like now. See, so that's the difference. I like the new one better. I had AI compare chart covers because it needs to be something catchy, so that's my new one. And like I said, I'm working on reformatting. So like my logo for my author name is Consent is Sexy. Yeah. So I'm rewriting it and I'm going to repost it. And I like using Canva because I get to be more manipulative with the things. So like I added a high heel, I can do my big letter like I'm published. And then also I added a high heel to the cover name, The Hunt. I think I'm gonna keep that. And then, oh, sorry. Why am I telling you this? Because I couldn't write. I could not write for a long, long time. I'm gonna show you the titles because I can't say them out loud. Um, but so I couldn't write for a very, very long time. And one day, while I'm in prayer, because I have a romance I'm still writing on, and one day while I was in prayer, I heard to write an erotica, and I was like, "What? No, definitely not. I'm not doing that." And I just kept hearing it, like, write one, write one, write one. And then I heard why. It's like, because, I'm a sexual assault survivor. Um, and it's just, it just never goes away. That's why I think they should get charged with like almost murder, because that's what it is. They killed you. They killed your innocence. They killed you. And now you have to rebuild to who this person is. Or not even a rebuild. You have to find who you get to be afterwards. But it's always something you carry, especially when it makes you a mom. So, one of the things that I had, one of the reasons I got to do it was to reclaim my own sensuality, like to feel good in my own skin, to um, to feel like a woman, like a confident woman or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, fine, I'll try to write one. When I started researching these things, I'm like, this smut, like all these my stepdad, my mom, bend over. And I was like, ill, ill. Oh my God, are you sure, babes? And I just kept hearing, write one, write one. All right, cool. So I'll write one about a girl masturbating. That's what my plan was to do. That way she touches herself, and she gets to feel herself and feel how what makes her feel good, like that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll write that. I'll write a short story about that or whatever. But then when I started walking, because I was speaking it into my, I just started speaking it into my voice notes. Um, and so I started one way, but then, if you're ready, y'all probably have this happen. The character took over. The character of me, but not me, took over. And like, next thing you know, we're not writing about her learning to love herself and touch her body. What ended up happening is that this is a journey, a 3-part journey. And y'all saw the 3 parts, but the 3-part journey of her learning how to use her voice, her learning how to say what she wants. Um, and it was just really interesting because she hunts, right? So, like I said, some of this is uh, autobiographical, because for me, I did have a moment where I became, and it was like literally a moment, where I became. I used to think it was a nymphomaniac. I was like, oh my God, I just need it, whatever. But it was never pleasurable. But it was like, I say who, I say when, I say where. So that was my need of control, of like trying to gain control back. I say who, I say when, I say where. So the hunt. So I took that aspect of my life for real and then fictionalized it. But I didn't fictionalize it. My character took over and she fictionalized it. So there's this part where she finds this guy. And I'm telling you about that because I gave him the cedarwood scent. Because, like, I love cedarwood. It's like, Mufasa. So, like, there's this one point where I don't know if you guys read Twilight, but there's this part of Twilight I like in the movie that they did of it, where Jacob, I think his name is, he smells the tree, and I was like, ooh, I like that. So it's kind of like how she smells him. She's like, oh man, right? Um, and so she picks this guy up, and then, you know, being all sensual with him and whatever, and she's like, um, what did he say? He's like, what are you looking for? And she's like, you, whatever. Okay, so that's how it starts, right? But then he has conditions to it. So he's like, all right, I'll do that, but I want you to know I don't do for an audience and all this kind of stuff and whatever happens. And so this conversation. And then they get to the spot where they're going to, engage in some fun games. And he asks her, what do you want? And I was like, God damn it. Now I realize you making me write this. Like, oh, because that's a question I can never answer. What do you want? What do you want? In anything. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, the only thing I know I want is I want a movie studio. What do you want? What do you want? And so it's literally that. He says here, um, oh, I know you don't think I'm going to make the first move. You're the one who picked me up. So I want you to show me what you want. And so it's like the whole thing about her freezing about what he want. And then this is the part I like. And that's when I understood what this book was about. And it was about her using her voice. And I loved it. And so it says, all I wanted for him was to take control, to relieve me of my choices, to let me indulge my desires with him. I wanted him. And just like that, I knew what I really wanted. I want you to strip. And he's like, what? She's like, take off that jacket. And it says, it felt surreal, almost like I was outside of myself. For the first time, I could hear my voice, assertive and commanding. I watched him hesitate for a brief moment, and then he complied. As he removed his jacket, a thrill coursed through me, and I couldn't quite define the sensation, but I knew it was exhilarating. I had to capture that feeling again. Now remove your shirt. And this time he didn't hesitate at all. And that's how it keeps going. And so, like, she's telling him what she wants, and he's doing it because this is a consent action, right? Because that's the other part that's really important in my writing, is that there's consent. And so it's just that. And then the next one is like, okay, now I'm going to take control from you. And she's still like, nope, you're not going to get that. So it's like a nice little play. I loved it. I actually ended up really, really, really liking this book. So I'm giving it the love it deserves. I am re-editing it, putting on a new cover, and then I'll start marketing it. Well, however I can. I'm talking about that because um, like our paths don't know where they're going, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today in our reading today. Is like, what's next? What do we do? Where are we headed? What's the next step? What's the right step? And I want to look at that. And so I bring this up. Oh, girl, it's really good. Like, and I don't say it because I like. Listen, I just feel like a secretary. I feel like the characters just talk, and I just go, hold on, wait, you said that too fast. Slow down, And I wrote it out. But it is also still some autobiography because I'll give her some things like, in 20 years of having sex, I never truly touched a man. Okay, so it's like you never like let yourself really explore. Okay, cool. I never did because my first real experience was a violent experience. So it's like, hurry up, be done. And that's how it is. And then if you ever watch Goop, y'all know there's a show called Goop. It's by another problematic woman, of course. Her name is Gwyneth Paltrow. You probably know her as Peppa Potts or whatever you know her as. But she's Peppa Potts in the Avengers. And she has this one called Sex. I think Goop Sex or something like that. Like um, I saw it during the pandemic, and I watched it, and I used some of that lady's story there because it kind of was some of mine. And she talked about how every time she went to have intercourse with her husband, she would freeze. And that was wild because I understood it. I understood it. So it was about like she would just like she loved her husband and everything, but she would just tense up waiting for him, and then it would never be good right away. Yeah. Hey, lady, Leda. So yes, there's a show. It's called. Hold on. I'm gonna look up real quick what it's called. Watch that show. It was just really, 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 really good. Uh, but there was this black couple, and when she talked about how this lady tenses up before she has intercourse with her husband, I was like, I understand that. I understand that. I understand it. I understand it. Um, so she explores same sex relationship and everything else too. But yeah, it's called Sex, Love, and Goop. I think it came out in 2020. It came out in 2021. Yeah, so there's only 6 episodes. But just that part about her talking about the girl freezing up, and I was just like, do you understand how like you just released me with that? And then it was just like breathe into it, and they were trying to. They did a test of like, what's your BDSM? Like, what level are you at? And so she was at a level of, I think, foreplay, like kinky foreplay or whatever. And he was like, ugh, what's that? But because they had agreed to this thing, he agreed to using some toys, not heavy toys, but like one was like, a little light whip. And she's like, you don't have to whip the girl. You just like play with it. Like, cause she needs sensation or something. It was so good. It was so, I'll probably watch it again. I think I'll watch it again cause I haven't seen it in 5 years. It was just really, really good. And it's very informative and I loved it. And then they talk about tantric sex and all that stuff too. I'm like, that goes in a different area. I'm not there. I did that BDSM thing. I don't really have a kink, so like I'm a prude. It's I'm just very prudish. Stimulation. Thank you. That's what she needed. She needed stimulation before there's intercourse. It was just so beautiful, and it was and basically it was saying you got to slow down. She can't just you want to have sex. I want to have sex. Let's go. It's like no, you know you have to touch her, but you can't do anything with her. Like just make her aroused. And then, he had to learn what he liked and he was just a like roll over, let's go. But she was a no, you gotta play a game a little bit, And it was pretty cool. And then other ones, like I think a real good game is like, hey girl, when we get home, like to set the expectation, like that would be cool too. I don't know. You got to find where your level is. I just really, really like that show. Anyway, so that just brings me back to what we're going to talk about today. And I do have to adjust my lights because I see it's really, really dark here. And I got to make sure we can see cards on the replay. But I wanted to talk about what's next for us, right? So we talked about, is there going to be a midterm? Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, men are physical, but not always. Not always just physical, you know? Like, I think it'd be really easy to set a man where you're like, hey, at 6 o'clock, like the minute you get home, then they're thinking about it all day and then they're ready to go, you know? So I think still some play, some expectation would be good too. But yeah, they're so easy. They the wind blows and they're like, ooh. Like, oh my god, we should definitely have a sex conversation one day. I think that'd be great. Um, Even though I'm very prudish, I will still talk about it. Like, I don't know. I'm personally prudish, but that's just me. I always wonder how people get into their kinks. Like, it's weird. Because some people's kinks, I'm like, how the hell did you get there? Were you abused? You know, because some of that's a little too far. I think it'd be fun. I mean, it's part of leaning into the spirit because honestly, like that is like such a magical thing to have an orgasm. It's so matter of fact, I think in this show somebody had their first orgasm, and it's so magical. Like it's crazy what that does to you. But I think it'd be cool to have a girl talk one day, just a girl talk, and we just talk about sex. It'd be weird because it'd be like kind of one sided. But if anybody ever wants to come on and we can talk for real, you know, we can do it live, but still talk for real. I think that'd be great. Or we could talk about it in the Grove too, because it really is a spiritual experience. It's such a spiritual experience to be able to um, shut your mind down for a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so let's go ahead and calm our minds. Nah, I don't like that one. But I will tell you, while I am kind of vanilla, that gets like, I'll say praline crunch. Okay. Um, I'm, oh, there's a show called Orgasm X. Okay, I'm sorry. I see some stuff I'm going to watch on Netflix just because I also have a TV show I'm writing about fetishes. Yes, from the vanilla girl. I still have an imagination, just not for myself. Um, How to Build a Sex Room. I'm going to look at that. They have one called Orgasm Inc. I'm going to look at that. They got another one called Sex Explained. I'm going to look at that. At one point, I thought I was going to be Dr. Ruth.
Kind of spectacular what?
You know, I did. I wanted to be a sex therapist. I remember asking my psychology teacher, how do you become a sex therapist? He said, I don't know. What? I'm kind of glad I didn't, because some people I'd probably be looking at, my face is an open book. I'd probably be looking at them like, ew. Don't yuck someone's yum. I'm like, yuck. Okay. People who like mayonnaise, yuck. Sorry. People like onions and mushrooms, yuck. Anyway, sorry. As far as I am, I'm just naturally gifted. And it feels weird to say that. It feels almost conceited to say that. But I'm just gonna say like I was born. That feels just as conceited. I hear Lady Gaga right now, so I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Okay. You know what's really interesting? Remember we did that reading? I think we did together. Or I did a meditation. I don't know. I did something about, not Alanis Morissette. What's the girl's name? Not Janis Joplin. Oh my God, the one who died. Amy Winehouse. And I told you guys that mayonnaise, oh my God, the smell of mayonnaise. Blech. Okay. So, oh my God. I can go, I mean, somebody can open a wrapper. I'm in the front of the car, in the back of the car. I'm like, who got mayonnaise? Blech. Anyway, yeah, Amy Winehouse. Um, can I tell when someone is gifted to? Often. Often I can. Often I can. Um, but it's usually in conversation. I usually don't just look at somebody. um, but often I can. So, was that E.T.? No. That was some extraterrestrial song, though. Anyway, Star Trek? I don't know. There's somebody. Amy Winehouse. So I had talked about Amy Winehouse being a black woman in her former life, and I didn't know where I was getting that from. And then I saw something. Oh, I'm getting chills. Then I saw something on her. I forgot what it was, and it was like, oh my God, I was right. She was a black woman. I forgot what it was. Oh, I can't remember. Like it came up to tell you, and then I just can't remember what it was. Anyway, so thank you. All right. While I love discussion, we're now going to have to get into the politics. So let's move on into it.